Okay, today I'm going to make a card, and I'm going to color like I did on this one here. And to start off, as you can see, that this color is all just blue and white, and I didn't want to have much more than that in this image of this deer. The stamp set is called Nature's Beauty, and if I was to do any of these things, I would probably stick to much as that blue and that white as much as I could to fit in to this photograph. Basically, it's basically like a photograph. If you was to take a photograph and set one of our stamps inside, you would probably try to do the similar thing as this. You would look at the highlight colors and use those highlight colors in your image. Look at the low colors and use those colors in your image. So the low color in this I'm going to use is Night of Navy. This is the Frosted Frames die. And I am going to use the Seaside Spray metallic ribbon. I will use this one of the stamp sets, the greetings of the stamp set, out of the Frosted Foliage stamp set. And I may use a little bit of the ice stamping glitter. 11 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock. It's cardstock cut long ways. Then I scored it at 5 1/2 right in the middle. And then I got a piece of this side of the paper, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and see, that's going to give me enough area to put this and still see a little bit of the Night of Navy, because I do want to see that. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut a slit here so I can put my ribbon in there and tie it later. Okay. Then, out of that die I was showing you, I did cut this out of the Silver Glimmer paper. I had some left over from that I just took apart in a project I never finished. And I cut some of the little pieces out of it too, out of the glitter paper. Then I'm going to be using some of these. I don't know which ones yet. Then I cut this little triangle out of the stamp set, out of the die set, out of this paper. Okay. I put the back here, and I'm just going to place this about where I think I want it. I think that looks pretty even. But then always when you bring it over, you look at the little lines and you think, oh no, that's not even. So go ahead and straighten it up at that point. Just try to leave it where it's at, but yet straighten it up. Okay, I'm going to stamp him. I'm going to stamp the deer. This deer here. And the Night of Navy. The light seafoam spray. The dark seafoam spray. I know this seems kind of odd to be doing a deer in blue, but I want him to be basically about the same color as the background. But I will add a little bit of light soft suede to give him a little bit of a deer appearance, and he is the center of interest, so he should have a little bit more color than the background. Let's see, what else did I use? I don't know, maybe a little bit of the colorless blender. Let's try that. Okay, so think what I decided is to do a small section at a time. I'm going to start off, this is the lightest section of the stamp, right here. So he'll have the most of the lightest blue. Then I'll use, right now I'm using the brush tips of these. Now I'm coming back with the dark Seaside spray, and I'm putting it wherever there's little marks here. And actually I'm going to keep all these open so I'll have them handy. All sides, because I like to use different sides for different reasons. And the clear. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back with the bullet end with a little bit of clear right here on top to kind of lighten that part up the most. Ooh, now it's hard to tell. Okay, I did the dark. Light, dark. I'll keep that in order. Maybe I can remember that way. Okay, and this is that soft suede, I believe it's called. No, yeah, the light soft suede. And I'm putting it in the darkest part of the shadows, where there's a lot of lines in the stamp image. So just giving the deer a little bit of color with that. Then I'm going to go back to the medium with the bullet end and just give it a blend next to that soft suede. Then I'll go with the light, and again on the bullet end go between the dark blue and then now the light blue, and that's done. Okay, so we're going to start again with the light blue on the brush end again and do this part of the leg. I'm going to go ahead and do all four of the legs because that's pretty small. Then I'll use the medium, the darker blue. Then I'll use the brown just in small sections where the lines are the heaviest. I think I'm going to go ahead and use it on his hooves too. Okay, and might as well use a little bit of the light in certain spots here. The light is going to be the brightest. Okay, I think that's blended together fine because it is so small here. Okay, here we're going to go. I'm going to do the light here on this side because this is his chest, and this is going to be a lighter on this side and darker on this side. So then I'm going to put the darker blue on this side. So right there, see, that shades it. And now I'm going to go back with the brown, the light, or this, whatever color it is. Light soft suede. Then I'm going to go back with the bullet end of this and scrub that together. Then I'll go back with the light and scrub between the medium, between the light and the dark blue. Okay, start with the light again. Light side of his neck, the light side of his head. This is going to be picking up some light. Okay, let's go on the darker side of his neck and his face. And we'll put some of the brown underneath his chin a little bit, on that bottom side. A little bit on both sides of his nose because his nose needs to come forward. And let's see, looks like they have some darker spots in here, so that obviously needs to be darker. And there. Okay, let's blend those two together a little bit more. Okay, I think that is pretty good right there. Actually, I think I'm going to take that blue and work it, the darker blue, and work it a little bit more in these lines here. That brown looks like it needs to be worked in a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to cut it out. Very fast. Now instead of cutting that little piece out, I'm going to go with the Night of Navy and fill that in right there. Okay, then I'm going to go across all around the edges here. Now I'm doing this with the bullet end too because it's a little hard on your brush end to do this. Hard on the brush end, not hard to do. Actually, it does put out too much ink when you do it on the brush end. This bullet end is actually better for this area. Unless you're almost out of ink, then maybe not. Okay. I think I decided I put like a little dot of the navy on his nose too to bring that out. I would do his eyes too, but I think I would make a mess of that because his eyes are very, very tiny and they got a little bit of highlight. We don't want to mess with that. I decided that I would probably glue this straight down. Okay. Should I put a little? Yes, I think I want to put a little bit of a. Now I'm going to kind of cut it. See, this is the right side. Kind of cut it curved here, like it's a snowbank or something. And I think I'm gonna need a lot less snowbank in that. Let's see. Yeah, might be okay. Like a little bit less. The Stampin' Glitter, ice Stampin' Glitter on here. I used it on this one and this one too. And it looks like it dries clear. See, it's white right here. That's because it's not quite dry. But this will be milky looking until it dries. Put it right along that bank for sure, real good. Let's see. Maybe underneath where his feet are going to go, like in here. Make it look like a little brown. Like little snow drifts everywhere. That should be enough. Might as well stick him on here now. He'll have that to glue to and the other. I think I want his head a little bit above the frame. Since he's a little small for that. Anyway, might as well make it look intentional. And now I'm going to slip a glue dot or so behind the back of this, hopefully without messing up the glitter here. This little area here. I think a knot would be better. And now, you know, I was going to put some of these little boogers behind here too. Yeah, I think I still will. And put another glue dot right there. Okay. Trying my best to mess up that glitter. Boy, my scissors are a mess too. Okay. I think a little bit of something here will help bring him out a little bit more too. Slide him back there. Maybe that's all I need. Anyway. Okay, and I will put a supply list on the bottom, what I used, and I'll also add the colors that I used for this as well. This is the more of the lavender background, and I used, and I also have shown how to make these little rosettes too. I'll put a link to that video. Not these, but ones like them. These are from my old Stampin' Up dies. Their dies right now are, the round ones are not that big, but this is from an old set that I had from years ago. But anyway, maybe you have some dies you can use. The circles are on this one. But of course it doesn't matter. As you did here, you know, I could have used the littler ones and he would be over the top of that too, and that would be quite pretty as well. But this particular, this is a 4-inch circle, and this scalloped is like 4 3/4. But anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Blue Deer. Okay, well, hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.